This is Anjali Dhanorkar, Deputy Collector, Aurangabad, Maharashtra. This video is made for all of us because we know that in this second phase of Corona, so many patients need the oxygen, but the requirement of oxygen is more than the supply. So how can we use the oxygen very well? At that time, we must think about stopping the wastages of oxygen. On the same topic we are talking about in this video. The video is made under the guidance of Dr. Kanan Elikar, Dean, Government Medical College and Hospital, Aurangabad, and in the presence of Dr. Amol Joshi, Associate Professor, Government Medical College and Hospital, Aurangabad. Whenever COVID patients come to us, all don't need oxygen. So, what is the criteria of that patient who needs the oxygen? Whenever the speed of the breath is more than 30 and the saturation is less than the 95, it means that that patient needs oxygen. So, what is the first stage of giving the oxygen? Yes, the first stage of supplying the oxygen to the patient is nasal prongs. We provide oxygen through nasal prongs to him, and we all must be knowing that the flow of the oxygen is from 2 liters per minute till 6 liters per minute. But at the start of supplying the oxygen, we start from 2 liters per minute. When we observe that though we are providing him oxygen, the speed of the breath isn't decreased still and the saturation hasn't gone up to 95, then it means we have to increase the flow of the oxygen. Then we can increase the flow of oxygen up till 4 liters per minute or 6 liters per minute. Even then, while using nasal prongs, through this process, there is a chance of wastage of oxygen. Do you know where? Yes, if the required oxygen flow is less than what is we are giving to the patient. It means if the patient needs only 2 liters per minute and we are providing the flow by 4 liters per minute, then it means the extra 2 liters per minute is completely wasted. So, we have to be careful while increasing the flow, and we must set the flow on the proper requirement of the patient. Okay, we are using the nasal prongs, but still the speed of the breath is less and the saturation hasn't gone up to 95. Then what to do? Yes, now we have to shift on the second step. What is the second step? Exactly, that is mask with reservoir bag. The name itself suggests us that there are two things, the mask itself and the bag itself. So, there are chances of wastages of oxygen through those things also. While applying the mask on his face, we must be careful. The nose clip should be on the nose properly, and the mask should cover the chin. And we have to check if there is any leakage in the mask. If we have to tighten the mask, then we can use the elastic and tighten it. So that is the first thing. And the second thing is the itself bag. You must have seen that there is a pipe which supplies oxygen in that bag. Whenever the oxygen is there in the bag is expanded. And when the patient inhales that oxygen, the bag gets contracted. And there is a wall also on the top of the bag. Whenever the patient inhales the oxygen, then the wall is automatically locked. And whenever he exhales, it goes right in the air. This process is called inflate and deflate. If the process is okay, the bag is getting properly expanded and properly contracted, then we are on the right track. But if the inflating and deflating is not proper, then there are two meanings. The first one is there must be any leakage in the mask, means we have to take care of the mask tightening. And the second meaning is we must increase the flow of oxygen than required for that patient. So in that case, we have to check the mask and we have to check the proper flow also. Okay, we are giving him oxygen through mask with reservoir bag too. Even then, if the patient's speed of breath isn't decreased and the saturation isn't increased up till 95, then it means we have to shift now on the third step. What is it? Yes, exactly, it is BiPAP. Now we have to use BiPAP. While using BiPAP also, we have to take care of those both things, tightening of the mask and flow of the oxygen. If the flow of oxygen is more than required to the patient, the oxygen is getting wasted, and if the mask is not fitted properly, then also we are wasting the oxygen. So please take care of that also. You must have seen that in few wards, the system of oxygen supply is central, and while supplying the oxygen centrally, you must have observed that there is a huge pipeline. While observing the pipeline, there are so many joints and walls also. If there is any leakage in any joint or in any wall, the oxygen is going to be wasted. So we have to monitor each and every joint and wall frequently. Please remember, saving the lives of the patient is a teamwork. So please don't think that who is responsible for saving the oxygen and watching the wastages and leakages. Think that right from the attendant to the doctor, it is the duty of each and every person in that ward to take care of saving oxygen. We can do one thing. We can appoint a monitoring committee, and that committee will frequently visit such wards and such all equipments and see whether there is any wastage or not. Yes, I must tell you one more thing. Do you think that there are only technical reasons which are the cause of oxygen wastages? No. Patient itself is the reason of wasting oxygen. How? You must have observed that there are few patients who took off the mask while talking with someone, while receiving the phone call, while eating, or while going for the washrooms. So at that time, the oxygen supply is there to the mask. For whom the mask is? It is for the patient. So when the patient has put off the mask, the oxygen is getting completely wasted. At that time, we have to make aware of those patients, and we have to avoid such wastages also. Sometimes you must have observed that few patients increase the flow of oxygen at their level only. The wall of that increase in the flow is so simple. Few patients think that the flow of oxygen is less than required. So, though they are not doctors, they take decision and increase the flow. While explaining about the nasal prongs, I have told you that whenever the flow is more than the required, then it is going to be wasted. In this case also, if the patient themselves increase the flow, the oxygen is going to be wasted. In such situations, we must aware the patients and also take care of them, and also we have to watch them. Yes, two more things. We are talking about the saturation up till 95. But few times it happens that though the saturation is up to 95, we wait for increasing it up to 98 or 100. But please don't do that. It is just wastage of the oxygen. Rather than monitor the patient, and once the patient gets up to that saturation, now we have to step down. As in the start, we started stepping up from nasal prongs to BiPAP. Now we have to step down. While monitoring the saturation, now we have to reduce the flow. We must reduce the flow step by step. After that, we will be in the position of discharging the patient. And yes, one more important thing. We are talking about the saturation up to 95. But what about the COPD patients? Yes, we must take care of those COPD patients. The saturation for those COPD patients is in between 88 to 92. So please remember, we don't need to wait till the saturation comes up to 95. And that will be risky for those COPD patients also, and it will be mere wastage of oxygen. So we must have understood now that saving each and every ml of oxygen is our responsibility, And after saving such each and every ml of oxygen, we can save the lives of so many patients, and that will be a very proud thing for all of us, isn't it? In the last, while summarizing the video, I must tell that while using the nasal bronchs, we must take care of the proper flow. While using the mask with the reservoir bag, we must take care of the tightening of the mask and the flow. While using the BiPAP, the same things, tightening of the mask and the flow itself. We must be careful while using the central oxygen supply. Each and every joint we have to monitor it. Then the point was of patients. We have to take care of those patients who are becoming the reason of wasting the oxygen. And last but not the least, the COPD patients. The saturation for COPD patients is in between 88 to 92. So, thank you so much for watching this precious video and all the best. Thank you.